Hello, my friends, and welcome to the second arrangement. My name is Kurt. On this channel, we take pop rock songs we know and love, and we talk about approaches to arranging them for solo piano and vocal. In this week's video, we're looking at the 1979 hit I Don't Like Mondays by the Boomtown Rats, written by Bob Geldof and Johnny Fingers. In this case, unlike other videos in this series, we're not going to have to take a studio recording and figure out a way to play it for solo piano, because this song comes ready-made with an amazing end-to-end piano arrangement that works perfectly well for solo piano. So this is an excellent opportunity to learn something from a pre-existing professional end-to-end solo piano arrangement, and that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. We're going to look very closely at how Johnny Fingers has taken four simple triads, B, D sharp minor, E, and F sharp, and found a way to make those four simple triads interesting for 4.5 minutes. Johnny Fingers uses rhythmic patterns, accents, suspensions, accent variations, different registers, all kinds of things going on. There's riffs. It's all four triads. There's even a big crazy introduction. There's a lot of neat stuff here. So we're going to look at that piano arrangement. We're going to see what we can learn. We're also going to talk about how to sing this song as we're playing it. So all in all, by the end of this video, you're going to be in a great position to put this song across as a solo performer. So let's get into it. The Boomtown Rats, I Don't Like Mondays. All right, the very unique and recognizable introduction to this song, written by Johnny Fingers, as we now know from the recent court case where Johnny Fingers was credited not just with the arrangement, but with actual songwriting. He wrote this introduction. He wrote the middle 8 section. Now, this section is neat for a bunch of reasons. First of all, it provides a really nice contrast to the whole rest of the song. The rest of the song is in B major, as we've talked about a little bit. This is in D sharp minor, so that's kind of neat. It involves a bunch of pentatonic patterns and cool stuff. So it creates a really nice contrast to the song overall. That's cool. What else is cool is that it sounds really fancy. It sounds really impressive, and that's good because we can impress our friends. At the same time, it's actually not that hard to play, which is something else we like. Impressive and easy is a good combination. What is a tiny bit tricky is understanding kind of the caramel secret underneath this thing. So let's look at that introduction right now. Tell you what, let's play it once, and then we'll break it down and show you a few of the secrets that will enable you to play this without sheet music, without memorizing anything. Play it with confidence, okay? So here we go, the introduction. There we go. Okay, so what is going on? Well, I'm going to tell you a few things to keep in mind, and it's all going to fall together. First of all, the timing sounds funky. It sounds like it's some sort of offbeat time signature. It's not. It is a discrete number of bars of 4/4 time. It all falls together. The secret is that we're starting on the 2 most of the time in what we're playing. So keep that in mind. Start on the 2. What else to keep in mind is that, well, D sharp minor is one of these cool keys because the pentatonic scale is all black notes. This is fun. That means we can do all kinds of stuff. It all kind of sounds good because it's just all drawn from the pentatonic scale. So the pattern that we have is a descending pattern along the pentatonic scale. So that's number 2 to remember. We're starting on 2. All the notes are basically black keys here. Now, something else, the glissando, let's talk about it. It's the timing and which hand you're starting with. So it's like this. You're starting on 2, starting with the left hand, and this is kind of like the album cover, you know? You've seen the album cover, Surfacing, the guy swimming? We're going to kind of be doing that here. Watch this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Start with the left hand, start on 2, start on the C sharp, descend the pentatonic scale. That's all you need to know. And it works, and you're going to impress your significant other. Watch this. We'll do it slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, so we've got the glissando down. That's cool. Now, the next part of this, here are the tricks. Start on D sharp. It's in D sharp minor. That's easy to remember. And we're going to remember this pattern, 6, 4, 5. What that means is the first time we do this, we're in sixths. The next time, we stay on the same note, but now we're playing fourths. And now we're playing fifths. See that? There's a caramel secret underneath. Sixths, fourths, fifths. We start on the D sharp. So we've got the glissando, we've got that part. Now, there's this cool thing that comes out of nowhere. Wait a second, what is that? What is that chord? That's A major 7 over B, otherwise known as B7, 9, 11, 13. It's a big fat B13 chord. You'll have to sort of pay attention to that rhythm. Just listen to it. And I think you'll have it. So, like I say, it's only one thing happening at a time. It's all black notes. It's actually pretty easy to play that once you've figured out the rhythm, and then we're into the verse. So, let's do it. Let's look at the verse next. All right, the verse section. Let's look at verse 1 first. That's going to be our foundation. We'll eventually look at how verses 2 and 3 are varied, how Johnny Fingers creates neat variations for those verses. But we're going to start with verse 1. The verses have an A section and a B section. We're going to start just with the A section of verse 1. The chords and melody are kind of like this. Remember, it's just 4 chords. And the silicon chip inside her head was switched to overload. And nobody's gonna go to school today. She's gonna make them stay at home. Well, 4 chords, B, D sharp minor, E, F sharp, repeats twice. Okay, well, so here you are. You're the piano arranger for this song. You're in the studio. What are you going to do with that? Because we do that for 4 minutes. We're going to put some people to sleep. So we've got to find a way to make those 4 chords interesting with that melody. What does Johnny Fingers do? Well, the first thing is to get some movement going, and that's with the bass, with the left hand. The left hand throughout the song is a machine that plays eighth notes, generally either root fifth or octaves. That's going to help move things along, and that almost stays the same the entire song with a couple small exceptions we'll talk about. So we'll forget about the left hand. We've got that going on. What else are we going to do in terms of the right hand to create a bit of tension, a bit of movement? Well, accents are going to help us out here on the one hand. We can accent the bar in different places, and that's going to help to move it along. Let's look at how this actually sounds on the studio recording for verse 1, part A. It's something like this. Couple things going on there, and I just contradicted what I said earlier about the left hand. We'll get to that in a second. So what's going on with the accents? Very simply this. One way to accent is to accent the 1 and the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4. Now, the second part of that, we're accenting the 3 and. So we're already creating a bit of variation in what we're doing. So when we get to the E chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So we can accent the 1 and the 4 or the 1 and the 3 and that's what we're doing. Something else we can do is to throw in the first of many suspensions in this song. Instead of just playing the F sharp chord, we're going to bounce back off the 4 chord. So those are already some techniques, accenting different parts of the bar and throwing in a suspension. And the one other thing you notice, the only time this happens in the song, we've arpeggiated the D sharp minor chord in the left hand. Instead of just playing octaves, the first time, for whatever reason, it's nice, it's neat, we just arpeggiate it. And that really works. It works against the melody nicely because we're punching on beats where we're not emphasizing with the melody. We're doing it one way for the first 2 chords and another way for the next 2. We're throwing in a suspension. What does that sound like if we put it all together? Well, let's take a look. Take this foam off so we can get up close and personal with the mic here. And the silicon chip inside her head was switched to overload. Works so far. Now we've got to do it a second time. Let's create some more variation. So now instead of 1 and 4, we're going to right away accent the 3 and. And nobody's gonna go to school today. She's gonna make them stay at home. So we're accenting the 3 and each of the times. And for the suspension, we simply move to a lower inversion of the chord. Did you see that? It's still E over F sharp, but instead of this, we have this. Wow, all that variation built already into that very first part of verse 1. It makes it very interesting. Let's do the whole thing. And the silicon chip inside her head was switched to overload. And nobody's gonna go to school today. She's gonna make them stay at home. And Daddy doesn't understand it. He always said she was good as gold. And he can see no reasons, 'cause there are no reasons. What reasons would you need to be shown? Oh, tell me why. Well, we did the second part of the verse there as well. So let's just move directly to that to take a look. First part of the verse, B, D sharp minor, E, F sharp. Second part of the verse part B, this thing. Daddy doesn't understand it. The chords are E, add 9, F sharp, add 9. Kind of like suspensions there as well. He always said she was good as gold. B sus4, E. That's basic. Those are the chords. And then we just have E, F sharp. And he can see no reasons, 'cause there are no reasons. What reasons would you need to be shown? Tell me why. So there we go. Verse part A, part B. Left hand, rhythm, accents, different accent patterns, all appearing within just the first verse. And we have a nice sounding, smooth flowing arrangement. I think that's all we need for verse 1. Now it's time to talk about the chorus. Let's do that. All right, the chorus. Well, this is just a blast to play and sing, so let's just do that. Let's play through it and then talk about what's going on. We'll back up to the part leading into the chorus. That's half the fun. And he can see no reasons, 'cause there are no reasons. What reasons would you need to be shown? Tell me why. I don't like Mondays. I don't like Mondays. I don't like Mondays. I wanna shoot the whole day down. Okay, there's the chorus for you. What did you notice that's similar or different there from the verses? Because guess what? It's the exact same chords as in the verse. I don't like Mondays. D sharp minor, I don't like Mondays. I don't like Mondays. It's the same chords. Well, the most important thing that's different is the variation in the bass pattern. If you notice that, the verses, we were here, and we're playing fifths. Now for more sort of drama, because it's the chorus, it should be bigger. Instead of this, for the B, we move down to octaves. So we've got that going on. And we have descending octaves, very simply. So instead of just using the roots of the chord, we go to the third of the D sharp minor chord. And that's kind of the money note. This sort of makes the chorus what it is. That descends. That's different than the verses. It's got the rich octaves going on. In terms of the accenting, you probably noticed it's that 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and, 1 and 2 and 3 and, the whole chorus, and it's like that each time. Why? Because that works best with the rhythm of the melody. And in terms of that melody, let's just look at that as well, because there's a money note in the melody that sort of makes the hook, makes the song in some ways. So what is the melody? Well, we're on B. I don't like. So far, so good. Just the third to the root. But then look at this note. Oh, it's the minor 7. It's the first time we've really heard the minor 7 of that D sharp minor chord. The D sharp minor chord, it was the basis for the whole introduction. The D sharp minor chord that we hear repeatedly in the verse. But now the melody hits that beautiful minor 7. I don't like Mondays. I don't like Mondays. So that's 1 and 2 and 3 and here we go. Just like in the verse. So if we combine that descending pattern in the left hand with the 3 and accenting, it works. I don't like Mondays. I don't like Mondays. I don't like Mondays. I want to sue. That's all it is. It's a blast. A little bit of coordination there you'll find to hit those accents and sing it properly, but you can work on that. And then we have the little lick at the end, the sort of interlude. It's the same chords, B, D sharp, E, F, but now we actually have a lick we're playing. Let's look at that. It's just B major, different inversion. We move to D sharp in the left hand. It's the 9th of D sharp, that's new. E. Oh, this is now the major 7 of the E chord. Ooh, that's the signature of the song, or one of the numerous signatures in the song. I would just throw in there that playing that really relaxed, sort of like your hands are almost bouncing, and you can accent it just as much as you like. The more, the better. Just fluid. I'm literally just smacking the chords like this. There we go. So there's the riff, the chorus and the riff, and then we go back into verse 2. Let's talk about some of the ways that the voicings in verse 2 really create interest. I just love these voicings. Let's talk about that next. Okay, so for verse 2, a couple things going on. First, we're introducing a new accenting pattern. This isn't a big deal, but it's a little different than the others, and it does add some interest. Now it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So something like this. If we were doing it just on the B chord, it would be something like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. In fact, it's the same as the accent pattern for that. So this is going to tie together verse 2, that rhythmic pattern, different than verse 1. And now we're going to move up to a beautiful voicing in the upper register for this second verse. Let's just play it and see what it sounds like. I'll take this off again. And the telex machine is kept so clean, and it types to a waiting world. Mother seems so shocked, father's world is rocked, and the thoughts turn to their own little girl. Ooh, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and look at this now. A new note. It's the 4th of the D sharp minor chord, beautiful. Then go up to here. Same rhythmic pattern now in the lower register. Same, just like this. But now we're here. Small variations, but that just sounds so nice, doesn't it, with that melody? There we go. That's verse 2, part A. Verse 2, part B, we also have a variation. Remember, the chords are E add 9 and F sharp add 9. And the first time we did it, we just punched the chords. Now we're going to do something a little different, like this. Oh, neat. Sweet 16, ain't that peachy keen? Oh, it ain't so neat to admit defeat, and he can... Oh, look at that, descending thirds. Different than verse 1. Beautiful, really rings nicely. So let's look at that. Sweet 16, ain't that peachy keen? Oh, it ain't so neat to admit defeat. And they can see no reason, there are no reasons. What reasons do you need? It's the same as the first time, so I won't show you that. But that's verse 2 variations. Isn't that nice? Lovely. We go back into the chorus. Chorus 2, really identical to chorus 1 also, so I won't show you that either. What we have coming out of chorus 2, though, is this other super cool D minor section written by Johnny Fingers that sort of is, adds this extra little element to the song. Let's look at that now. All right, now some of you are going to begin to think that I just like saying Johnny Fingers. I've said it about 7 times in this video. The fact is, I do like saying Johnny Fingers. In any event, the middle 8, Johnny Fingers, middle 8, let's talk about this. I think we'll appreciate it more, it comes out of the second chorus, if we remember what we did after the first chorus, because that's part of what makes this interesting. Remember the first chorus? I don't like Mondays, I want to shoot the whole day down. Goes into our theme, right? Well, the second time, well, let's put it this way. Let's put ourselves in the shoes of the songwriters here and the arrangers. You have a second chorus, and you'd like to do something a little different. As always, you're seeking some kind of variation. What could we do in the song now, not just as arrangers, but as songwriters, that would add some interest? Because we're going to have another verse and another chorus, and it's all these 4 chords. What could we do that's a little bit different? Well, how about this? What if we did this? I don't like Mondays, I want to shoot the whole day down. I shoot it all down. Wow, that is neat. That's out of the blue, unexpected, complete with gunshots and a sense of outrage at the absurdity of evil and violence. Perfect. Harkens back to the D sharp minor theme that we heard in the introduction as well. And then it resolves into the signature lick for the song. Not quite this, but as always, a variation. And this particular variation being up another octave, it almost has this kind of, it almost sounds like a fucked up music box dancer, which again is sort of perfect for the song. It's pretty nice. It's pretty neat. So let's talk about how to play that quickly. It's not hard at all. So coming out of the chorus, we're down here, right, in low octaves. And we go even lower. We go down here, D sharp minor. And we're going to hit this note that we've hit earlier in the verse, the fourth. And back to our B sus4 that we like. And then the little trick to move up the octave is go just like before, but now move up. And then up to here. Notice that little left hand. Again, it just sounds like a wobbly music box dancer in some bedroom somewhere. It's bizarre. There we have it, leading us into verse 3, which we're going to sing over top of this. And I warn you, this is one of the parts that's a little harder to play and sing at the same time. Let's give that a shot, though. And the playing's all stopped on the playground now, and she wants to play with her toys a while. And school's out early, and soon they be learning, and the lesson today is how to die. And then the bullhorn crackles, and the captain tackles with the problems with the hows and why. And he can see no reasons, 'cause there are no reasons. What reason do you need to die? Die, why? And the silicon chip inside her head was switched to overload. Oh, and nobody's gonna go to school today. She's gonna make them stay at home. All right, so there's the third verse over top of the music box dancer lick. One little tip that helps me play and sing that at the same time, I really try and pay attention to the accents and where they are. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's what I'm making sure I'm hitting. What else you do doesn't matter as much. As long as you're kind of punching that out, it kind of sounds okay. And the playing's all stopped on the playground now, and she wants to play with her. You see what I mean? So there you go. There's that. Now, Captain tackles and the bullhorn crackles. Nothing to say there really, except just notice the punches come on the 2 and, again syncopated. The bullhorn crackles and the captain tackles with the problems with the hows and why. Pretty easy. See no reasons, there are no reasons. Now, notice the final surprise that we have in the song, or the second last surprise. Just when we think we're going to go to the third chorus, see no reasons, there are no reasons. What reason do you need to die? We don't go to the chorus, we reprise back to a rubato version, reflective version of the first verse. Silicon shit. And you just play that however you want. It's slow, it's rubato, it's out of time. Just put that one across. And then we finally move into the third chorus. And the third chorus is very similar to the other choruses. One little thing you can add just to juice up the energy, one last bit. Instead of just playing octaves, you can actually hammer. Just let her rip. Of course, we're going up to the higher note as well. I don't like. And we finish. On the signature riff again. You can do what you like on the recording. There's these beautiful oohs and ahs. I like to do my own version. Here it is. Check it out. Oh, day down. Well, my friends, there we have it. There's the song. Now, as some of you know, something I like to do once I've learned a song is, before I forget, to capture it in a sort of one-page summary format, something like this. I call it a song map. It shows you the structure of the song, the different sections, boils a song down to its essence, shows you the chord progressions where things repeat, a couple of performance notes and stuff like that. It's helpful 8 months later when you go to play the song and you completely forget what the heck you were doing 8 months ago. It's a great little refresher. It's also a great test to see if you really do understand the song. Now you're going to understand everything on here because we've talked about it all. Anyhow, the song map for this song is available. You're welcome to download it. Link in the description. We could play this song standing on our heads at this point, I think, which is great. We don't need to memorize anything. We're going to be able to play this with real confidence. We'll be able to jump into any section at any time and play because we really get this song. What that enables us to do is the remaining thing that we need to do if we want to put this across, which is to say not just play a bunch of notes. We need to get inside this song at this point and put something of ourselves across to the audience. We need to say something here with this song. It's not just a bunch of words and a bunch of notes. But that leads to an interesting question. What is it we're trying to say with this song? What is the song about, actually? Is this a song about a school shooting? That's what a lot of people seem to think. And there's no question that it was inspired by a particular tragic events, some baffling events that occurred in 1979. Bob Geldof actually saw the telex machine spitting out the news and got the idea, certainly. So there's no question it was inspired by a particular event. It certainly references a particular event. But if a song was just about a school shooting, wouldn't it kind of be silly? Why would you sing a song about a school shooting? What are you trying to actually say here? Why would you sing a song in a major key about a tragic school shooting? Well, in asking what this song is about, I'm reminded of an interview I saw of Bob Dylan in the early 60s, black and white interview, where he was being asked about a song he'd written called The Lonesome Death of Hattie Carroll. This is also a song which references a particular tragic event, if you're familiar with that song. And the interviewer wanted to know what Bob Dylan was thinking. Why on earth would he have taken this newspaper clipping and written a song about this very sad thing that had occurred? And Bob's answer is very interesting. It took him a while to get the words out because he was very stoned. But he eventually did. And he said this, if I can remember what he said. He said this. He said, I used it for something I wanted to say. Right? He used it. So he used this particular event to write a song about something else, something bigger. Maybe it was a song about, let's say, injustice or privilege or something like that. And it turns out, wow, well, that's kind of powerful, using something really specific to talk about something more general. I wonder if that's also going on in this song. What else could this song really be about above and beyond the particular events of that day in 1979? I don't know. Is it maybe more generally about, let's say, tragedy generally? Could be. Is it about something like the idea that no matter how hard you try in life, sometimes things just do not work out the way you had planned or the way you'd hoped? That's a tragic element of being a human being that we can all relate to, I think, in some way. It could be the song is about that. It could be about the absurdity of evil. I don't like Mondays. That was the excuse given for why this event had happened. Well, there you go. It could be about any of those things or maybe some other things in the same vein. And I think if we could tap into any of those ideas, it's pretty easy to put something across because we can relate to those things. And those are real things. And we can actually do something that's quite honest, despite the fact that we're singing about this very sad thing that happened. So that's it for our workshop on I Don't Like Mondays. If you would like to see the whole end-to-end performance of this song that I've done, you can check it out. There's a link to the video. Feel free to look at another one of our workshops. If you've enjoyed this content, I would really appreciate a thumbs up I think you should subscribe to this channel. It would be great to have you part of the conversation. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this song, what you think the song is about, how you like to play this song, or your thoughts on what other songs maybe you'd like to see us talk about. Very interested, and I will listen. So all the best, and we'll see you in the next video.